Hello friends, in this series of videos we are solving LeetCode's top 50 interview problems for SQL, and we have already solved 10 problems till now, and probably now we'll be solving the 11th or 12th problem, which is students and examinations. So this is mentioned as an easy problem, but yeah, it is a very good problem and it is a tricky problem. So which involves, so as of now, till now we only have seen the problems which have only two tables or three tables, right? But now we'll be seeing we will be having more complex schema and something like that. So let's say, let's understand the question. So we have students table which has student ID and student name. Student ID is the primary key, obviously, and we have also one table subjects, and which only has subject table. So subject is name is the primary key again. We also have one table examinations which has student ID and the subject name. So it indicates that student ID 1 has taken the examination for subject ID, subject name, right? So let's understand the schema. Yeah, so we are given students table, we are given subjects table, and we are given student ID table, which indicates that a student ID 1 has given a math examination. What we need to find? So let's understand that we need to find the number of times student has attended each exam. So it is a simple solution. I mean, it looks like it is a simple thing, but let's now understand the problem crux. So yeah, we are given a student table, we are given a subjects table, and we are given examinations table. What in output we need to give is, so let's say student ID 1, we can see that student ID 1 math, so student ID 1 has given math examinations three times, right? But yeah, so we need to, in the output we need student ID 1 math examination and count of times it has he or she has given it. But also, if you could see that for student ID 2, student ID 2 has given math examination one time. This is the time, and student ID 2 has given programming examination one time, right? So if we were just supposed to print out this thing, then only this table would have been enough, right? But we also need in output, so for all of the subjects, right, we need output for all of the subjects. So let's say, if even if student ID 2 has not given the examination of physics, which we can see that, right, we need an output of 0 over here. So this is what an typical output will look like, right? So if we were supposed to only return students who have given the examinations for the subjects, then yeah, then this output would have been sufficient, right? But if we could clearly see the output, we also need to print out the examination, we need to also print out the information even if the student has not given the examination, so we can track that, right? So here comes then the problem, that how will we fetch the all details and how will we join the tables and all that stuff, right? So there is one more thing which we need to see, that for each student I need a student and a subject mapping. Why? Because in the output I need student and the subject mapping, right? So for each student I need to map it with all of the subjects, right? So let's say student ID 1. So what are my subjects? Math, physics, programming. Similarly for student ID 2, math, physics, programming, right? Because in output I want like this, right? In output I want that, I for even if the student has not given the examination, then also I want its value in my output, right? So we need to have some mapping, right? So for each student I need entry like this: one math, one programming, one physics, right? Similarly for 2, and similarly for all of the students, right? So how will we get this mapping from? So that is very important thing again. So let me try to erase this part. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Yeah, so how will we get the mapping for each student and each subject? So it is simple, right? We all know that for student and subject, see, now when you need for each of the student all of the corresponding mappings, then we know that we have something like cross join, right? Or a natural join. I mean, simple join without any on condition is your cross product, right? Cross product, whatever, all of the terms are synonyms itself, right? So you can use cross join, join, or cross product, you can say anything like that, right? Cross product, what it means, every entity of this is to be mapped with this. So if there are 4 records in this, if there are 3 records in this, so total there will be 12 outcomes, right? So each of the students would get mapped to my subjects, right? So that is what I wanted. Now whenever I have the result of the cross product, right, cross product of this, I will have to just join it with this table based on student ID and the subject name, and then I can definitely get the count. So only thing which I was there was a hurdle was that I need that let's say if Alice has given an examination of math and physics and he has not and she has not given the examination of programming, then also I wanted it in my output table, right? So that's what the hurdle was. So now we have solved that hurdle. Now we can left join it, right? Because since why we are again at this point, why we are using a left join? Because we need all of the records from this tuples, right? So there would be 4 into 3, 12. So we need all of the tuples, right? Now what we need from the rightmost table, see, examinations table will give me the count. That's it. Examinations table will give me the count star. So count of students who have given this examination. So let's say one has given math examination how many times? 2 times. Sorry, 3 times. Yeah, so that's what this examinations table will give us. Apart from that, we have so the main crux of using first the cross join or join with no condition or a cross product and then using a left join. I hope that is clear because that is very much important to understand it. And if you are not sure what is cross join or what is cross product, then simply join these two tables without on condition. That would give you the cross product. So now let's move on to the editor part and let's try to solve this query as we have. So and this is my standard practice that I never write the attributes which are required to be fetched initially, right? So I keep it at empty, right? Now from we need to join which two tables first. So we know that I need to join students table with my subjects table. So that's it. I would alias it because it is I would alias students table as 2 and subjects table as sub, and then the result of that join should to be left joined with my examinations table, right? Now what would be the joining conditions? The student dot student id should be equal to examinations dot student id, correct? That is obvious. And my subject dot subject name should be equal to examination dot subject name. That is also very obvious. Okay, now what fields I need? So let's try to fetch out that fields, right? If we go to the output, we need student ID. Okay, I have that student dot student ID. I need student name also. So student dot student name. I need subject name. So I can fetch subject name from sub dot subject name. Now in the joint result, I have subject name also. And the last thing is I want is count of examinations, right? So one has given 3 examinations. So I would simply do it count of examinations dot student id from this table. Also, yeah, since I'm using an aggregation, I need a group by. So I would group by all of these fields, right? And let's see if we need an order by also or not. Yeah, so we need to order by student id and subject name. So in the next line, I would write student id and subject name, student id and my subject name. So that's it. Let's try to run it. So this is how you try to frame up your query whenever you try to solve any problem. Yeah, what it is saying is left join examinations. Yeah, on. So we were missing the on clause. Let's see if we have finished completed the writing the query or not. Okay, it is giving us some problem. What's it? Let's understand it. One Alice math 3, one Alice physics 2, one Bob math 13, John programming 1. Oh yeah, see if you could see, okay, let me paste this output in my notepad and let's try to compare it with the expected output. Oh yeah, so see I had not aliased the count as attended exams. So that's what the thing was. So don't forget to alias it as it is required in the output, otherwise it would give you an error. Yeah, now we are getting the accepted submission. Let's try to submit it. Yeah, so it is getting accepted and we have solved this problem. So I hope in case if you have any doubt, I hope you get it clear. In case if you have any doubts, comment it down. And obviously there could be multiple solutions as I always mention. So if you know any other solution, any better solution, then comment down. I will try to pin it in the comment box. So do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel and do solve the problems and then watch upon the editorials on my channel. Thank you for watching.